luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
For Valerie, with a bit of space to line one up and score an absolute cracker. Southampton are digging in the relegation scrap and have.
Hey guys, and welcome back to episode number 9 of the FIFA 19 Uprising career mode here with Southampton as the first of 5 games in this episode. Again, another 5 games in this episode. I know, another 5 games in this episode. Well, the first of 5 games in this episode is going to be in the South Coast Derby against Brighton Hove Albion.
Our main feature today on EA TV, 2 great clubs. It's coming up for you live.
So with all that being said and done, we kick off here the first game of this episode out of 5 here in the Amex Stadium away from home. We did lose in our last episode against Watford, but we went on an insane 3-game winning streak. Can we have that winning streak in the back of our minds to inspire us for another victory, potentially here today in this game and the rest of the games as well? You're about to find out. Well, Brighton Hove Albion, you're about to see line up as so, as we can see Shane Duffy there, Matt Ryan, Montoya, all there, Izquierdo. We line up with the same side as we've lined up in our in the previous episode. This is a very successful lineup, so we continue to roll with that. But Brighton lining up here with Montoya, Byrne, Duffy, Bernardo, and Rush is going to be a dangerous guy, as well as Izquierdo is definitely going to be dangerous. Jurgen Locadia, not that dangerous, but we line up with the same team we always do. I mean, at least for the past episode, since the past episode. And yeah, first chance falls 30th minute to Brighton and Hove Albion here as they pass the ball into Jurgen Locadia with Cyprian as he tests Angus Gunn, but the Brit in goal is calm about the situation and just parries it up for a corner. We have a chance 46 minutes in. We take an attack in right in the beginning of the second half. A nice step over by Højbjerg. Finds it inside to James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse whips it in into Højbjerg, hits the crossbar, gets the rebound, and makes it 1-0 to Southampton. A critical 1-0 goal here, 1-0 lead here away from home, as most of the pressure was on us in that first half. Although it was a very it was a very balanced game, that's what I was trying to get there. It was 1-0, but 77 minutes in, that 1-0 advantage fell short as we took the equalizer there, 1-1, and Brighton had a chance to win the game in the 88th minute as he's scared to find it into Knockart, outside into Asuma, into Knockart as he hits the back post. And that makes it full time as we get our first result of the episode as a 1-1 draw away from home. So the derby goes as so, and we do indeed draw our first game of the episode. So now, as you're about to see, we're going to go into our second game of the episode, not before getting a scout report from our youth scout for the month of, pretty sure it is March or April, which I'm not really certain. I think it's the month of March, sorry. And we got a couple of good youth talents there. You can see Gillespie is an example, Cam Connolly is an example. But the problem with Connolly is that he was too low rated, so I didn't really put him yet, but you can see Gillespie, great example, and I think we signed him up immediately. So we have, in our team currently, we have 3 very talented keepers in terms of Matt Angus Gunn, our Skype star on Heda, and now Gillespie as well, as you can see, extended his contract, as we head in to our second of 5 games in this episode. In real life, this game was an absolute cracker. Liverpool had to win it in order to stay in the title race, and they did so with a sensational solo goal by Mohamed Salah. But will it be the same today as we line up with the exact same team against Liverpool? And I must add, I did forget to change Liverpool's lineup, but luckily we're about to see Liverpool's lineup was actually pretty balanced in comparison to the teams we faced, for example, against Tottenham, which put a whole back four basically full of youth talent players, As you can see, this is a critical game. We want to stay in that top 10 area. We do not want to get hit off our perch there, as we indeed look to finish in that spot, as that is what is required from for us to do in this season. You can see us shaking hands with the Liverpool players. They do line up with a very strong attacking three, but instead of Firmino, they put Origi. Origi in real life has been in top form, so it's interesting to see that he's actually been implemented in this game as well. We line up with the same lineup as we've done for the past episode and the last game. As you can see, Liverpool line up with a very strong midfield, very strong back four, and a very strong front three indeed. 8 minutes in and 45 seconds into the game, we have a first chance. Che Adams finds it, and Alisson saves. To add, I wanted to say, real quick, as the second half rolls, can we replicate what we did against Man United and Tottenham and beat a top 6 opposition here at home? You're about to find out. The ball is whipped in, found into Nathan Redmond, as I couldn't finish my sentence, but Nathan Redmond, 10 minutes in, misses an absolute sitter. So we almost had a chance to go 1-0 up, but we have a chance here by Nathan Redmond. Nathan Redmond finds it through to Ward-Prowse, put down the pressure by Hisai, and the Albanian can do enough to stop our top form, James Ward-Prowse. He's done so many goals and assists this season, and you're going to see in the next episode. The next episode is going to be actually the final episode of this season number 1 with Southampton. You're going to see all the statistics, and you'll see that James Ward-Prowse has been an absolute monster for us in this career mode, at least in this season. You can see, what a shot. I think he has a 4-star weak foot, and that shows exactly. Curves away from the reach of Alisson, but just into the post. Inside the post. Angus makes a save from Divock Origi. 43 minutes in, 55 minutes in, we have a chance. The ball finds itself to James Ward-Prowse. He evades the challenge like an absolute like a deer escaping from prey, as Tom Kearney does the same. And although I didn't mean to pass originally, the ball roll actually helped him as he went past the right back Hisai, I think, and found the top corner in the exact same fashion he did when he scored his first goal against Man United in the last episode. But this one was even a better finish. As you can see, it hit literally that seam in the top corner that connects the net and the goalposts together, as we make it 2-0 here at home. A sensational run in for us, as we make it 2-0 after that disappointing 1-1 draw with Brighton Hove Albion. But Liverpool with a critical chance to score there in the 67th minute, I think, as we bring on Billy Cook in the 73rd minute to help us secure our defensive structure as the game comes to a close. In the closing stages, Liverpool get a goal. They get a goal to make it 2-1. Actually, no, they do not. Mohamed Salah offside. He did score in this fixture in real life, but couldn't in this game to help his team, as that was that for that game. 2-0 against Liverpool. Who would have thought? And that man, James Ward-Prowse and Tom Kearney. A sensational performance by the two of them, as they did exactly in the game against Man United. And his performance, and James Ward-Prowse's performances haven't gone unseen, as you can see that he did win the March Player of the Month, as he with terrific performances against Man United and such, earning him that reward. As you can see, we have our third of 5 games in this episode against Wolves. As in the reverse fixture against Wolves, we beat them pretty comfortably. Is it going to be the same here at home? You're about to find out. Both teams lining out here with their strongest teams. I don't know. I don't think the commentators are you're gonna hear the commentators catching this, but you can see the reason they're talking about us. The reason we are a talking point is because if we win this game or get a draw, we are safe for certain. Although it was never likely that we were gonna get relegated because we're sitting in 11th place. It was still mathematically possible for us to get relegated if we lost our games, and this game, if it ends in a draw or a win, earns us the spot to remain in the Premier League next season. And you can see Wolves' lineup is very strong with Jota and Yusuf Poulsen up top instead of Raul Jimenez. An interesting choice by Nuno Espirito Santo, but we'll see if that pays off for Wolves or not. Well, first chance of the game, 2 minutes in, falls for us, and not only falls for us, falls for Tom Kearney as he falls outside the box. James Ward-Prowse steps over it in order to look to whip it into the box. Or will he? That's the question for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Will Ward-Prowse whip this ball in or not? He has insane free kick abilities. I'm not really certain about his free kick stats. I don't really remember them. As you can see, the referee lining up the free kick. No one is going to expect what James Ward-Prowse is about to do. Question is he going to find the cross or is he going to shoot? His abilities, you never know what will happen with James Ward-Prowse. And he's recently been on such top form. You'd expect from him a lot of things, and you'd expect for them to pull off. As you can see, yes, I'm aiming for the goal. James Ward-Prowse to curl it! And just beyond the goal. James Ward-Prowse beating the keeper and beating the goalpost as well as the number 16. Look at that for curve. Just couldn't find it. And Wolves, 31 minutes in with their first chance of the game. Header back into Neves. Falls for us as we try to clear it away. Leander Donker, the guy on loan from Anderlecht, whips it in. The save from Angus Gunn, but João Moutinho gets the goal to make it 1-0 for Wolves away from home. And I was thinking to myself, Angus Gunn could have probably done better. That's probably not the best save of his career, but he could have done better. Regardless of that, 39 minutes in, we start attacking. Eric Garcia finds it to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who finds it in to Nathan Redmond, who has a space, beats Willy Boly for pace. Nowhere to be seen. Willy Boly finds it out to James Ward-Prowse. Who else but James Ward-Prowse? Who else but JWP? The man has been on top form this season, and he's been showing it, especially in this episode, as it is titled by his name. But is it all we're going to see from this man in this episode? You're going to have to wait and find out. Wolves have a chance though. 50th minute in the game. The volley parried away by Angus Gunn. And a good save by him as we have a chance to make it 2-1 Lamina with a strike. But a good save to match by Rui Patricio as he denies that for a corner. 81 minutes in. James Ward-Prowse, absolute sensational player this season he has been, finds it into Danny Ings. Danny Ings falls over. We have the advantage play. Tom Kearney looks to whip the ball and still has it. The ball finds itself to Che Adams, our top scorer. Makes an absolute meal of the situation and can't score. We have a chance though, falling in the 92nd minute. Can we do it? Danny Ings! Oh no. Oh no, we couldn't put it away. Although we might have one more chance. Danny Ings, the strike partner of Che Adams, whips it in and gets the goal in the 92nd minute to secure our stay in the Premier League for the next season. And who else but Che Adams? It had to be him. It had to be him. The guy who scored the most goals for us this season. The guy who's been in most attacking scenarios this season for us to get the goals. He scored against Wolves with the header in the reverse fixture, and he did it right now as he runs over to Rooster Waddle and gives him a big, great hug. As you can see, the big smiles all around from everyone, the fans, the players, the staff, as we secure our position in the Premier League for next season. The question is, are we going to finish the top half of the table, or are we going to remain 11th, 10th, 12th in that position? You just have to, guys, just have to wait and see. That's our next game is going to be against Newcastle United. As you can see, full time here, 2-1, as our next game is against Newcastle United. So a game against Newcastle United away from home. Real life Newcastle United have really picked it up. As the time of recording this, they actually have a new owner, which is going to be a big boost for Newcastle. As they're definitely a team that deserve this new owner after Mike Ashley, as in my opinion, really ruined the club that Newcastle are. 2 relegations in the time that Mike Ashley has been an owner, and Newcastle United are nowhere near a team that should be relegating, according to the history books of the Premier League. So, a couple of real life information there stocked into this game. And this game is not going to be easy playing in St. James's Park. It's never easy coming here. To be honest, as I could see right now the pitch, many YouTubers I've seen realize do not like the shadows in the game. Personally, I don't mind the shadows in the game. I don't know why people want them to be removed. I think it adds a more realistic touch to the game. You don't see, you do see in 4 p.m. kickoffs shadows around the stadium. That's part of the whole aspect of it. The sun is setting, And you usually see shadows around the field and on the grass, so I don't really see why it's such a bother. I actually enjoy more playing in the shadows, because I think it's pretty cool, the fact that you have all these different shadows. If you guys agree with me, it would be cool to know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. But 12 minutes in, we get the first goal of the game, as I'm just going to stop blabbering on. And who's it going to be? Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, because I accidentally do the respect celebration. I didn't mean to do that, but the number 23 with a sensational Paolo Di Canio-esque volley. Oh my god, I can't speak. I kind of choked on my spit. Esque volley into the back of the net. Not really top corner, not really bottom corner. Pretty central and just slightly to the right. However, 29 minutes and Newcastle have a chance. Ball whipped in, intercepted by Matt Targett. Falls now to Ki Sung-young. Ki Sung-young had a chance, but the former Swansea man cannot put in the back of the net. As we have another chance, 38 minutes in, the ball finds itself to James Ward-Prowse. We want this guy on the ball. He's been such a great playmaker for us, and he falls outside the box. And James Ward-Prowse, as also at the time of recording, I'm going to say, James Ward-Prowse actually didn't make the cut for the final Nations League spot for England, so I don't know how you feel about that, because he's such a talented player, and I think he really went like outlooked in the Premier League this season, as well as Nathan Redmond, as well as his teammate. So, you know, I don't think it's really deserved Ward-Prowse, but I mean, England have been so successful without them that, I mean, it makes sense that out of all the players they should cut, it would have to be him and Nathan Redmond. But besides all this jibber-jabber, they're about to see a free kick for JWP. We've seen JWP almost score in the last game, but can he do it now? Right outside the box, his distance, James Ward-Prowse! And did you ever have any doubt with him? Was there any doubt that at some point in the season James Ward-Prowse was going to score a free kick? I don't think so. The guy is just so good. He scored an exact replica almost of a free kick against Man United. Actually, a lot further back against Man United in the exact same strip colors, the yellow and blue, and he puts it in past the wall of black and white to give us a lead. And look at that. That's what I'm saying. The shading in this stadium gives a nice little contour for the face of James Ward-Prowse. Makes it look a lot more realistic, especially as I'm not playing on the PC, I'm playing on an Xbox One. And that's what you get on Xbox One. Well, stop jibber-jabbering, and that's what it gives you. 2-1 to Newcastle, 59 minutes in. Miguel Almiron, the guy who in real life made such a big impact for Newcastle, coming in here and scoring. So, having the lead here is 87 minutes in. We go back into the 87th minute. We find the ball into Matt Targett. Can one more chance come from this? Matt Targett to whip it in. The volley by Che Adams. It's a very tame effort. But regardless of that, we get another 3 points. So another win for us as we add to our tally. And a critical win for us as we are looking to push for at least 9th this season. We get another 8. We get April's scouting report. As you can see, we find a couple of gems in this team. In this scouting report, Curran, we got Brian Connolly, and for England we got Brandon Phillips, although he's another goalkeeper, and you don't need another goalkeeper. And yeah, for England it's just Brandon Phillips, to be honest, but look at that. We have all these great players: Mark Moran, Casey Connolly, Barry Connolly, the brother, wink wink, of Casey Connolly. As we go into our 5th and final match of the episode against Bournemouth, as we don't really change our lineup here, we're just bringing on, I think, a couple players onto the bench. Bournemouth in this save have been very good in comparison to the real life form, which at the end of the season has kind of gone down lackluster. We're about to see if we can beat Bournemouth in our second Coast Derby in this episode.
Game really we don't have to sell for you. It's got such a fascinating history. You know the interest. We could have sold the stadium out, what, 5-6 times over, I reckon, because of the history of the rivalry here. Hopefully it lives up to the billing.
And without further ado, with all of that out of the way, we give to you the final game of this episode, the 5th and final game of this episode. Next episode, we're going to have 2 games to finish off the season against West Ham and Huddersfield, and then I'm gonna show you guys the final, I guess, the squad report of all the statistics and all of the different things in that season 1 finale first season with Southampton finale. So yeah, I'm happy that we managed to go this far in this series. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. And next season, I'm expecting a lot more from us, as I'm looking to get for at least 8th, 7th position, at least challenging for Europa League spot and going a lot further in the cup competitions, that's for sure. Bournemouth line up with a very strong side with Ryan Fraser, obviously that insane assist king, and Solanke. As in, maybe in the summer I'll look to buy Ryan Fraser, although it's kind of unrealistic because we're Derby rivals, but I don't really think that is an unrealistic signing for a team like Southampton, if you ask me. But yeah, first chance falls to us, and then Bournemouth pick it up here with Lee Mousset. And I tell you what, when I remember seeing this coming in for Bournemouth, as Bournemouth are sitting high up in the table, I think it's 7th. I think higher than Man United. We're sitting higher than Man United right now. Regardless of that 43rd minute, when I saw Lee Mousset strike the ball like that, I was so surprised. Lee Mousset cannot even hit a freaking yoga ball, or whatever you call those stretch balls, in point blank range. He's that bad. But regardless of that, we had a chance. Lamina misses it, and we have another chance. Nathan Redmond picks it up. The ball found inside, and this shot comes in, and then the shot from Che Adams comes in, and he can put it in. Although he was clutch against Wolves, his performances overall in this episode have not been the greatest, you have to say. But James Ward-Prowse's performance, on the other hand, have been absolutely insane. Tom Kearney finds the ball into James Ward-Prowse, we just mentioned, but he misses the target. 92nd minute, can we get a goal? 93rd minute, Matt Target charges down into the box, finds it back to Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen finds it again into Højbjerg, and the shot was deflected, and because of that deflection, it will lead to our first loss of the episode. But with that said, that will be it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, although we lost the South Coast Derby against Bournemouth, we did draw the South Coast Derby against Brighton. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It's been me, Rooster Well, and I hope you guys are excited for the next episode, as the next episode is going to be the season finale. Hope you guys leave a like, subscribe, and peace. Hit the notification bell. Peace out, guys.